Hello and thank you for joining me today. Well, this is the Friday, January 30th edition of our video devotionals. We appreciate you being with us today and hope your Friday's going well. Now, it is the end of the school week and work week once again. I realize with like in our area school, I don't know if they had school at all this week, to be honest with you. In some areas, some of the roads I was traveling on yesterday even were just long areas of ice-covered roads, both lanes. And so very, very slippery. And so just if you have that in your area, be careful and always realize there may be people less experienced than you are in dealing with these things. But that being said, we deal with it, and there we are. But and again, they're calling for us here in our area, maybe some snow. Matter of fact, toward the coast, they're supposed to get the heavier amounts. Kind of reminds us in 1989, right before we went off to Bible college, there was a massive snowstorm that hit on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, 1989, and we were traveling from this area down there to be with Christy's grandparents and parents for Christmas, and just that we were coming in, I think it was about 16, 17 degrees out. Wind was blowing almost, maybe not quite gale force, but blizzard-like conditions, and it started snowing, and then it snowed till about, I guess it was about 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. It kind of trickled down to those, very light snowflakes, but about 15 inches of snow fell. And of course, air like that just kind of completely shut it down. But what a gift, I guess, in a way. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, all that snow in an area that just hardly ever sees snow. And then here it is, a white Christmas. But that being said, sometimes these things do happen. Now, I took a lot of time talking about the weather. Let's talk about the Lord a little bit, okay? All right, Exodus chapter 20. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for comments, acknowledgments, all of that. We appreciate you very much. All right, so Exodus chapter 20. There's two ways I was going to, two devotions out of this I was choosing between. I think I'm going to go ahead and choose between the one that I initially thought of. So I'm going to read two verses here, verses 5 and 6. So before I read it, realize the reading here is about the 10 commandments. And within that second commandment about not having any graven images, notice what it says in verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Now think about that. Then look at verse 6, the contrast to that. And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. You know, we can see what people do, and of course we can't see what people think. And when you think about yourself, you've got to understand yourself enough to know just how honest are you with yourself. And here's the point I want to make. There's people that hate God, and there's people that love God, okay? And the people that hate God, the sad thing about it is if there are, let's say, 4 generations ago, people that were in your family that hated God, they didn't serve God. The Bible says they hated God. God says that the children unto the third and fourth generation, the Bible says that God's going to visit that iniquity. And we're talking about people that when the Bible says don't bow down and have idols, again, we're not talking about people that may have not had a physical idol, but they had their idols. They hate God, and God is saying, I'm God, you serve me. But you take people that hate God, then of course they're not going to serve God. They're going to serve whatever idols they have. But the point is, how sad that 3 and 4 generations would suffer some way, somehow, from the iniquity of the fathers of those who hate me, the Bible says. And when you look at this into the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, it sounds like to me that sadly, that if a mom and dad doesn't raise their children properly, and those children, I know they can make their own choices, but let's say they choose the lifestyle of mom and dad, not serving God and hating God, and you take 3 or 4 generations that have done that, how sad how that builds up and how it causes multiple problems. But the contrast is in showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me. So you either hate God or you love God. And those that love God, hey, you're providing, in essence, some blessings for the generations after you. And certainly the lifestyle that you live is the best because they can see that and can learn and they make their choices. How sad that possibly we're looking at some people that we know that live in our lifetime that 3 or 4 generations ago they had people that hated God, would not serve God, and that lifestyle was kind of carried down by choice, again by choice, and God visits that iniquity. That's sad, but how much greater the blessing though is that God shows mercy. And the Bible says, unto thousands of them that love me. So let's love God. Let's do the right thing. And let's certainly keep ourselves from idols. And let's serve God. Well, that's simple, but it's something if we'll do it. The benefit even to people beyond us is a wonderful thing. So have a great day, safe day, healthy day. Lord willing, we'll be back on Monday. If you get some inclement weather, then be careful in it. And thank you for watching.